In this video, I would like to show you how you can add your own inventory scans to the CloudTrial, for example, for analyzing the results with the software asset management. First of all, you connect to the server. We got a demo data folder on the desktop and a little manual how to do it. So that's the how to add inventory data from your own PCs.txt. And in this document, we have this URL, which I copy to my clipboard, and I switch to the client I want to scan. On this client, I open a browser, and to enter this URL, or simply paste the URL in here, and then I click on the download button, and I can now run my inventory scan file right from here. We don't need administrative rights. Simple user rights are sufficient. And then it's starting the inventory scan. The most difficult part will be to transfer the result file to the server because we do not have an agent installed on the system. The agent would usually transfer the file using SMB or HTTPS to the server automatically. But we now have three different options to do so. For example, if you have a terminal server RDP session to the server, you can simply right-click on the file and copy it from the client and then paste it to the server. That's the easiest approach. If that doesn't work, you can use FTP, either direct or through a web interface. So as soon as this scan is finished, we'll try this FTP approach. Okay, so this is the result file, which is stored in the temp directory. This is where it needs to go to. To facilitate this process, we already opened the two windows here. So this is the temp directory with the result. And if this window over here, which guides us to the FTP location, opened automatically, you can simply do a drag and drop copy. If this did not work because, for example, in your network FTP is blocked, you can use a web service. So I go back to my browser and go to a site called http www.ftp.de. So www.ftp.de. The tricky part is that you should not switch to English here because in the English language, for whatever reason, it's blocked. So you enter your credentials here, which is safebot42.selfhost.eu for the server name. Benutzername or username is INV, and the password is INV42. INV42. And then you click on login. And you can upload the file right here with this button. So I click on this button, and then you can browse to the temp directory, which is a little tricky because part of the directories or some directories are hidden. So what I usually do is I go to my Explorer window and I simply copy the path to my clipboard like this, go back to my Explorer, paste here, Control V, and then I'm right here. After selecting the file with this button, I gotta click on this button here to upload the file, and now it's on the FTP server. So next step is I go back to my server and open this document again to get the FTP location. Control C, my clipboard, and I now open this within Explorer. It's very important to use an Explorer, not an Internet Explorer. So you simply paste this here, and then we get the result files on the server. The destination directory is on the C drive. So we go to C, Amperium, amp INV, and this is where we drag and drop this result file. We can now delete those files, and you should do so because this is a public directory, so other customers could have access to it if you don't delete it. And after some seconds, let's press F5 to see if it worked. Yep, the file is automatically imported to the database. Double check if it's not in the error folder. If it's here, contact matrix 42 because the data could not be imported. And to double check, we can go to the client management console by clicking on this button, logging in to the system. And now the system should be in our client management. Okay, we got this not assigned computers filter. When I click on it, we see our demo system we scanned. I can double click on it, get information on the system, like which operating system it's running, user logged in, and so on. And if we want this system in our asset management as well, we can either wait 10 minutes because we got a 10-minute import interval, or we can expedite the process by opening the console. It's this button here on the desktop, by the way. It should be automatically logging in. And then we switch to the administration. And in administration, we got services and processes, engine activations. And right here, we got this Imperium import, and it's running every 10 minutes. And to speed this up, we can click on it and click on activate so we don't have to wait for 10 minutes. And now the computer should be in our asset management. So if I move on to asset management, click on endpoint devices, search for the name of my computer like this, it's right here. So when I right click and click edit, I get all the details from the inventory. For example, the scanned applications, and it automatically identified that Microsoft Windows Enterprise 10 and Core FTP are applications that should be covered by licenses, and the others are items that have been automatically ignored.